very brief way. Now, everybody knows the situation is going on. The situation, the main issue is coronavirus. Coronavirus you cannot see with your naked eyes, invisible, in other words. With your naked eyes you cannot see, okay? And people are scared. So that's so that we are very limited. We are fragile. What the Bible says, we are made out of dust. As God remember us. When God remember us, He knew that we are made of dust, made out of dust. Coronavirus, you cannot see with your own naked eyes. In other words, invisible enemies. The whole world scared. The whole world cannot stand. Scared of invisible enemies. And the whole world can unite now. Even the Muslim, Buddhists, Hindus, Christians, all came together to fight against the enemies of the world. The enemies of the world in the present situation, we can call it Covid-19. What the Bible says, when He breathed, or when He manifests His light, within a fraction of a second, all will disappear. You'll find in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 8. So this is not a problem for God. And the whole world is going through fears. Fear is a common problem. Common problem. When I say common problem, no, there's no age bar. In a politician, in the small kids, maybe teenage or whatever age, fear is a common problem. Why fear becomes a problem? Because the sin we have committed. God made Adam and Eve and place in the Garden of Eden, the best place, the best atmosphere, the best environment. They don't have a knowledge of good and evil. In the theology, we call it dispensation of innocency. No knowledge of good and evil. But God given revelation to Adam and Eve. Once you committed sins, when you disobey my commandment, then the consequences, you will have a knowledge of good and evil, conscience. Dispensation of conscience. And you will die. And you'll find in Genesis chapter 3, when they have committed sin, eaten the forbidden fruit, the consequences. Fear comes, and knowledge of good and evils. They were naked. And this is the main problem now. All over the world. Of course, there are two kinds of fears. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. When you have fear, having a fear, you will abstain. You will shun from evils, what the Bible says. That is a positive, constructive fears. Negative fears. Talk about coronavirus, fear. Fear of demons. Fear of, negative news. Earthquake will happen, flood will happen. In every channel, you'll find, people discussing on coronavirus, COVID-19. But when you go through the Bible, now you'll find different kind of people. Some of them, they call themselves as a believer, but having a fear psychosis. And in 1 Samuel chapter 17, you'll find the trained soldiers and the trained king, anointed king in Saul, and he was put in the right place. You know, when he turned away from God, when the spirit of depression, distress get into his life, become a different person. But in 1 Samuel you'll find in verse 12, when the Spirit of God was on him, he was a different person. There was no fear. No fears. When the enemy is trying to attack the Israelites, no fears. When you hear the news, that the enemy is trying to trying to kill them, make a covenant, the Israelites were fear. But a single person, king's anointing was on him. He got wild. He got mad. He was angry with the situation. But the same person, when he get away from God, when you turn away from God, hear the voice of Goliath, challenging the Israelite, even the kings, was in big trouble, fierce psychosis. 40 days, Goliath was challenging the king and the rest of the Israelites. Everybody were fear of Goliath. And the Bible says the height of Goliath 6 cubits and 1 span. In other words, 9 feet, 10 inches, the height. And the Bible says, seeing Goliath, everybody was scared. Today the same is happening. Our enemies, most of the enemies are invisible, carnivorous, maybe visible or invisible, whatever. The devil came in a different form. But fear should not be in your mind. Fear psychosis is not for Christians. If you are in these categories, your problem cannot be solved. By having anxiety, your problem cannot be solved. Depression, discouragement cannot solve your problem again. 1 Kings chapter 19. Chapter 18, a man of God, he prayed and fire came down and burned the sacrifice. And next he prayed, and then on that day there was a heavy rain. 3.5 years was famine. But on very day, a man of God prayed, and rain happened. It was a miracle. For the 50 prophets were killed. But the following chapters, chapter 19, 1 Kings chapter 19, Jezebel came to know. Jezebel, the devil used her, witchcraft. The devil used her mightily, killed so many prophets and that information. Tomorrow, by this time, I will kill you. If your God is a living God, then let your God kill me, or I'll kill you. Another challenge. Mount Carmel, Elijah presented himself as a victor. But in chapter 19, when he returned to Samaria, heard the news, the information came to him, fear, the spirit of fear entered into his mind, his heart. He ran away from Samaria and he came to Beersheba, and he was on the way to Mount Horeb. Mount Horeb, and other name is Mount Sinai. Why he was heading towards Mount Sinai? Because the history says, on that very mountain, God has given a revelation to Moses. given a mission. And you will return to this mountain and you will worship me again on this very mountain. It happened in the life of Moses. Because he was in the leading of God. The Bible says, but Elijah, he was running away from God. As long as he received a revelation, and when he was in the revelation, Elijah presented himself as a different person. But when he was running away from God, he presented himself as a defeated person. One positive thing you'll find. He was heading towards Sinai mountain. His faith is that definitely if I get there, God will give a revelation to me. But your decisions is very, very important. Your decision is, you should get up and go to the presence of God. And when you go to the presence of God, desire to be in the presence of God. Desire to be in the holy mountain. Desire to be in the holy place. From that very place, you'll get a revelation. And exactly as he reached the destination, God spoke to him in a small voice, what the Bible says, in a whispering voice. What are you doing here? And Elijah was stubborn, pride. Second time, God spoke to him. Now, God spoke to him in a whispering voice and asked him the same question. What are you doing here? The same answer was given by Elijah. Jezebel killed all the prophets and I am left alone. Now God gave a revelation to him. You should anoint Elisha to be your successor. When you go to the presence of God with a desire, God will speak to you. But if you are stubborn and maintaining your pride, or pride is within you, admit it. Once you are not admitting, God will not intervene in your life. Like Elijah. God can speak, or God can give a revelation in a different form. Like Joseph. God given the revelation showing in his dream. God given revelation to Pharaoh in a dream. Nebuchadnezzar in a dream. God cannot understand the dream. A man of God, Daniel, interpreted the dream. A man of God, Joseph, interpreted the dream, and then the God of promises put into the highest position next to the king. So what I'm trying to say is that every situation should be a step in your life. Every stumbling block should be a stepping stone again. Every situation help you to move forward, like Daniel, like Joseph. What I'm trying to say, but if you are stubborn, if you are rebellious, God will confront in your life, and then the blessing, your blessing will be given to some other person. Like in this very situation. But if you are seeking for the revelation, God will definitely bless you with the revelation. So today, did you receive any revelation? When you are in the lockdown, when you are in the presence of God, or in the situation, like fear situation, fear psychosis, God will not speak to you. Fear, or maybe because of your shortcoming, because of your stubbornness, because of your, stiffness. You may go through hard time. But you should be like Elijah, seeking for the revelation of God. When God speaks to you, you have to rely on that. You don't get the revelation, you know something is wrong with you. Today is, just keep in mind. So I'm receiving so many revelations. This lockdown, revelation, so many revelations. Every day I'm receiving the revelation, fresh revelation. So are you receiving the revelation from God or not? You don't receive revelation, that's so that you are not in the presence of God. The Bible says God spoke to Paul in a perception, in his perception. Revelation appeared in the perception. In Acts chapter 27, verse 10 and 11, you'll find it. Now God spoke to him in his perception, from within, not in the voice, in the perception. And Paul told to the soldiers, he was a prisoner, and told to him, if you move out from this port, we'll be in trouble. But the people don't listen. And they moved out from the port, they went through a hard time. But in the midst of storm, the angel appeared to Paul and told to him, because of you, nobody will die. Because you are in his will. Because of one person, 276 souls were saved from the storm. You'll find it. So what I'm trying to say, in the midst of tribulation, in the midst of storm, in the midst of confusion, in the midst of crisis, whatever words negative you can use, but you should get a revelation, and you should be in the revelation. Your life will be a channel of blessing to the people. So what I'm trying to say, are you receiving the revelation or not? Are you receiving the revelation from God or not? In this situation, lockdown situation, if you are not receiving the revelation, means, something is wrong with you, your relationship. You may be in 1 Samuel chapter 17. Or you may be in chapters, in 1 Kings chapter 19. But you are stubborn. Therefore, no further revelation you don't receive. So revelation can appear in a different form. Sometimes vision. Paul received a vision from God. You should go to Macedonia. One man is going to perish. One person. You'll find in Acts chapter 16. So what I'm trying to say, God can give a revelation from a different form. And 40 days and 40 nights in prayer. In Deuteronomy chapter 9, 18, 19, and 25, 26. Now Moses told the Israelites. But within a short time, in the 40 days, okay, they disobey and worshiping. Worshipping a golden calf. So God has given a revelation to Moses, I will destroy your brothers and the rest of the Israelites. But Moses went to the Mount Sinai again. It took 40 days, 40 nights fasting and prayer. That was not, for revelation, but to pray for the people, to pray for his brother, to pray for the nation, from the wrath of God. The fourth point is that no lockdown. 40 days, 40 nights, the last point is that you should pray for the world. You should be like Moses, intercessor. The Bible says you should play the role of intercessor. like Jesus in heaven. Jesus is playing the role of an intercessor. On earth, even Jesus also looking for one person on the earth, intercessor. And this is an opportunity for you. This is an opportunity for me to play the role of intercessor. Then God will bless you. And you should be. You may not have money. You may not have gold and silver. But in a prayer area, you should be a millionaire. Whatever you sow, if you sow the seed of prayer upon the people, a day will come that you will reap. And by the grace of God, so you should learn. This is an opportunity. And you should be a millionaire in prayer. You should be a millionaire in prayer. Why people talk about, I don't have that, because you are a beggar. You project yourself as a beggar in prayer. But in prayer, we should be, as a Christian in the last days, we should project ourselves as a millionaire, billionaire in prayer. I know we may be in the third world, but you should project as a millionaire, billionaire in prayer, in the spiritual realm. And God is looking for a man and woman of God in these last days who can play the role of intercessor. Like Moses, like Esther, like Daniel, like Joseph, like Paul, like Timothy, like Onesimus. God bless you.